Hello, everybody, and welcome to the live discussion for Avengers Endgame, trailer number 2. We're going to talk about this trailer, and whoa, let me turn that down. Okay, I'm glad I'm actually off when this thing came out, so that way I can do reaction. First of all, I want to say, hey, I seen Tony Stark, guys. I seen him the second time. Okay, I didn't catch him the first time. I just woke up. I was tired. I'm trying to watch the trailer, trying to catch everything, which I apparently didn't. And not only did I not catch everything, but when I edited my reaction, I didn't even edit right because I forgot to do the picture-in-picture, which a couple people, pointed out, well, hey, Rob, you didn't do the picture-in-picture. We didn't even get to see your reaction. What's the point of the reaction if we don't get to see your reaction? So that was on me. And it was just, and the sad thing was, like, I did that video like 3 times. I rendered that video 3 times because I didn't match up the audio right the first time. And when I was talking, my lips weren't matching the audio. So I had to render it again. So I had to delete the video, render it again. And then the next time I completely forgot to do the picture-on-picture, which just, it killed me. It killed me. So I was like, at this point, I'm like, I'm not even gonna take it down and do it again. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, and that's gonna be all. I'm just gonna do this live discussion later. That way I can talk to people about that, and I don't have to worry about, redoing the whole thing again. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's sad that it didn't turn out the way I wanted, but it got so many views, I didn't want to take it down again. So this is going to be the live discussion. We did a Captain Marvel live discussion last night. We're going to have another live discussion today. This is going to be about the trailer. So this is going to be everything Avengers Endgame trailer number 2. So we're going to just talk about this trailer. You guys go ahead, leave in your questions. We're going to have a nice little discussion here, and we're going to talk about everything that we can possibly talk about, theorize everything in this trailer. And I'll tell you what, fantastic trailer. Visually, it was so good at the beginning of this trailer with the black and white and the red standing out, and it just looked so good visually. And yeah, I really enjoyed this trailer quite a bit. I'm trying to fix some of the lighting in here, so just bear with me, guys. But yeah, so you guys can just start firing your question. What do you think about it? And then we can just have this conversation start up. I just want to let everybody know I did see Iron Man the second time I watched the trailer. I don't know how I missed him. He was like right there. So obvious. Probably because I was distracted by Scarlett Johansson. I just was like, oh, Scarlett Johansson. I completely disregarded poor Tony Stark right there. So that's a fault. That's a problem on my end. That was me just not paying attention, I suppose. But yeah, and I'm sorry that I didn't do the picture-in-picture. That was a complete editing fuck up on my part. But yeah, so if you guys want to start firing questions, how you do that is by using @RobertStorm. Just type the A @ symbol @RobertStorm. That way I can start picking out questions so I know which ones are questions and which are statements. So for example, I'll type it right here. Well, I gotta actually type, but @RobertStorms. Yeah, just like that. That way I can see who's writing stuff. So OG Millie Mills, right? Where's Cap and Ant-Man? Are you talking about that fight scene where Cap is like, and he's like, ugh, and Ant-Man's like doing like the thing on the pencil? I have no idea where the fuck that's taking place at. Where the hell is that taking place? I have no idea. Did somebody come to Earth and try to fuck with him? Because we see that ship at the end. Now I thought that ship was Iron Man and Nebula coming down, right? Because it kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy ship. So I thought it was probably Iron Man or Nebula. Maybe it's a ship for someone else. Maybe. I have no idea. Could it take place in a different timeline? I honestly don't have any idea where that's taking place. So I have no idea where to even guess where that could be. I don't think it's in the quantum realm because no one's even dressed up. Might be a flashback scene. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. What was it? Knuckle if you Bucka boy? What? Okay, whatever. Can't pronounce your name, but that's cool. We're gonna go with it. Who is going to die? I'm starting to think maybe Cap and Tony. I think Cap and Tony are gone. Cap and Tony are gone, guys. I don't see Cap and Tony coming out of this one alive at all. But yeah, just I don't see them coming out of any. Tony, I think for sure is gone. I think Cap is definitely gone, but maybe Tony can come back via like voice. Like maybe he can play a new AI or something. I don't know. Ryan writes, do you think Ant-Man lost his whole family as well? I do. I think he lost his entire family. I think that he goes back home and finds out everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. And that's going to lead him to go straight to the Avengers Tower or headquarters and be like, hey, what's going on here? So I think he probably lost his whole family. Where we go? Caleb here writes, do you follow Geeks and Gamers YouTube channel, and what's the deal with the hate towards that? This is a Endgame trailer discussion. We're not going to talk about another channel, and we're not talking about another property. We're talking strictly on this trailer. So with that, I'll go to the next question. David writes, did they give away too much when Stark is reunited with his squad at the end? Did they give away too much? No. They didn't give away. Apparently not, because I didn't even notice it. I was like, well, I don't know where Tony is. I see Nebula there, but I don't know where Tony is. And he's fucking right there. Like, I suck at Where's Waldo, apparently. But no, they didn't give away anything because everybody in their right mind knew they were going to be united. We seen, leaked photos and stuff, so we knew they were going to get reunited again. It's just a matter of when, and so that does not give away anything at all. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to. Yeah, so I don't think that gives away anything at all. Here we go. Anime fan, do you think some of the Skrulls that Captain Marvel was with turned dust when Thanos? Yeah, absolutely. G4, try. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. You want to go ahead and leave a question? I'll jump right on your question first, buddy. Well, yeah, because Thanos wiped out half of all living things, not just half of Earth, but half of all living things across the entire universe, the entire galaxy. And it definitely wiped out half the Skrulls, which probably made Carol go, what the fuck just happened? Oh, what? Fury beat me? I gotta get to fucking Earth. And she comes down and she's like, oh, well, where's Fury? What's going on? Because, half of these people are, like, gone. Ben Middleton hit the bucket. He turned to dust. So what's going on? So definitely, that happens. So, for sure, like I said, half of all of the universe turned to dust. So, Oh, what we got here? Ryan writes, at Robert Storms, do you think Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and all the other Avengers that died, you could have just started with all the other Avengers. Oh, what's up, Erman? Hey, G4, Erman, thank you guys for the super chats. If you guys want to leave questions, I'll answer your questions. I'm answering all super chat questions first. So you guys be sure to leave questions and I'll jump onto them. But thank you for the super chat. Oh, G4 writes, love your content. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much, G4. I appreciate your donation, buddy. I appreciate it. What was I talking about? Died, all come back and help fight in the final battle. I don't think we're going to see everybody united at the end to fight in the final battle. I think Russo brothers juggled all those characters and And I don't think we're going to get all those characters back in the battle. I think we're going to see the half of our characters die, and then the ones that died in Infinity War will come back. So, where is it? They just left Ermin. Ermin, I just saw your question pop up. And next time you guys use Super Chat, make sure you write your question with your Super Chat if you want to ask a question. Ermin writes, did you think that was the ancient one's voice at the start of the trailer? No, I thought for sure it was Tony. From the moment I thought, I didn't hear, what's her name, Hilda Swin? I didn't hear her voice anywhere in the trailer. So not once did I go, oh, that's the Ancient One's voice. I do think, well, there is rumors that the Ancient One may play a part in this movie. So maybe later on she'll play a part. But yeah, I definitely don't, I didn't get a glimpse of that was her talking at all. But, you know, because I seen Tony start talking, or the Iron Man suit there, and he was like, you know, it's been like, it feels like 1,000 years. So, yeah, I kind of thought it was Tony, not the Ancient One. But thank you so much for that Super Chat donation, buddy. Let's jump to another one here. We have, also, guys, just to let you know, you have to write at Robert Storms if you want me to answer your question. Chip on the sticks. Do you think there will be an existence of Super Skrulls in the MCU as the story is now after Captain Marvel? I think at some point we're going to see the Super Skrulls, or a Super Skrull. I think we're going to get to that part. It's just right now that, you know, they kind of turn towards Skrulls are the good guy, but after Endgame, we don't know how the universe is going to work, because stuff might get retconned or whatever, because they might be going like in the quantum realm, which is going to change the timeline and do some time travel. So things could be different. Maybe what was good is now bad, and what's bad is now good. So it might be. I'm not sure on that one. OG Millie Mills, do you think that the first scene with Hawkeye is when his family is dusted? Fucking brilliant, dude. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Because okay. Before I started live streaming, I was working on a breakdown. I'm like, I'm gonna do a trailer breakdown, and then I realized, like, man, I'm not really good at breaking down stuff. So, except for chairs. Oh, because I'm fat, you get it? But I was like, yes, everybody's like, because I seen other people's videos and they're like, oh, he's training his daughter. I'm like, he's not training his daughter. His fucking wife's back there at a damn picnic table, and his 2 sons are on the left-hand side. They're having a family get-together. So, yes, I think that's going to be a memory that they have, and it didn't even occur to me that they could be getting dusted until you just said that. Yes, they're probably having a picnic, and they get dusted. Derek Taylor with the Super Chat. Captain America dies. What day you? What's up, Derek? Thank you so much for the Super Chat, my friend. Yes, I do think Cap is going to die. I do think Tony's going to die. I think the old guard is going to have to sacrifice himself to make room for the new guard. I think that's what's going to happen, because, you know, it kind of sucks. It really does. I would much prefer Tony sort of do like in the comic books, where Tony kind of went, you know, intergalactic for a while. Instead of Tony dying, just saying, you know what, I'm going to go take care of threats out in space, and he just leaves for a while. He doesn't die. That way he can come back if he wants to. I really don't want any characters to die. That way, if, you know, Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. take like 5 years off, and they're like, you know what, I kind of want to go back and see what's going on in the MCU, they can incorporate them back. But killing them off, then that would just make it where it's going to be like, oh, they died, so we kind of make it cheap if we bring them back. That's why I don't want to happen. I don't want any cheap death. DeMar Smith with a Super Chat. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. If you have a question you want to ask, be sure to ask it, guys. I appreciate all the Super Chats, but if you're going to leave a Super Chat, leave a question with it. That way I can answer your questions, guys. But thank you so much for that Super Chat donation. GDS481300. Jesus, you shouldn't put your zip code on your tag there. Do you think that Shuri becomes Black Panther? No, I think T'Challa becomes Black Panther. T'Challa's gonna come back. They're not gonna sit here and add Shuri into this story and make her Black Panther for this movie, because we've seen in the first teaser where we have different faces on the board that people have been dusted, and it looked like Shuri was on that board. So I'm pretty sure Shuri's been dusted. So yeah, they're not going to go incorporate that. She hasn't, as far as we know, she hasn't even had any training to become Black Panther. So and I know in the comic books that happens, but yeah, just don't really know what's gonna happen. Damar, right? Look above. I looked above, and then he's right under last super chat. Let me go back to the last. Okay, I see you, buddy. I see you, my friend. Damar, right? Gray suit suggests quantum realm, but Samuel L. is in an interview said Captain Marvel time travels. Which one is it? So I don't. Maybe Samuel L. Jackson got it wrong. Because how can Captain Marvel time travel? Can she do that in the comics? I don't know. I'm not a big. I love the movie. I've seen it 3 times. I want to go see Captain Marvel. I want to go see it again today. Derek Taylor with a big old super chat. I'll get to you in a second, Derek. I want to go see it again today. I got a Captain Marvel shirt coming in the mail. It's supposed to be delivered any time now. So if a knock at the door, I'm gonna have to go get that. But yeah, I think maybe Sam Jackson got it twisted, maybe he thinks there's going to be time travel involved in Avengers Endgame and kind of automatically assume that Carol Danvers can do it, but they look like they're in a quantum suit. I think some people I've seen, like Collider, said, oh, they're in spacesuits, they're going to go in space. But I see it as the quantum realm, and they're getting ready to go into that portal that Scott was in, and then Scott's gonna kind of lead them into different portals that branch off into the past, where they're gonna go back and try to reconnect stuff. Like maybe, because we know they're going back to the city of New York. We know they're going back to that battle. So I think it's gonna be the quantum realm. I don't think Captain Marvel can time travel. How could Captain Marvel time travel? Well, she got the Space Stone as her power. That's how she got her energy. And the people outside just have to do the lawn today. It's Endgame day. People, take a break. But yeah, let's get to Derek for the big old super chat. $10 super chat from my boy Derek. Now the trolls are saying Disney is buying Captain Marvel movie tickets. What do you say? I covered that in my my video yesterday about what was it? What was that video called yesterday? I don't remember what it was called. But I talked about that yesterday, how they're saying the seats are empty because Disney, holy shit! $20 super chat coming in from Knuckle If You Buckle Boy. Well, I'll get to you in a second, my friend. Yeah, so I covered that yesterday where people were like, oh, these seats are empty, they're lying about the numbers. Now they're like, oh, Disney's buying seats and or shit like that. Like, why would Disney wants to make money. Why would they buy seats and then they're losing more money? Because it doesn't make no sense. Let's say, see, you hear that, guys? Do you hear that? Hey, you hear that? But why would Disney go to a theater, buy like 2 auditoriums full, which has like what 300-400 seats in it, buy all those seats, so Disney paid all that, then the theater chain gets 60% of that, so they only get 40% back, and what the hell is going on? They're only going to get 40% of that back, so they just lost 60%. It doesn't make any sense. People who say that are fucking idiots. So let's get to the big old super chat here from Knuckle If You Buckle Boy. Love your videos, bro. Keep up the good work. In the scene where they are in their suits, do you think the Hulk is edited out like he was before, like Infinity War, where he is running? Yes. Yes, I do. I didn't think about that until you just mentioned it, because I remember people saying, well, where's Banner? Why doesn't he have a suit on? And I remember there was concept art of everybody in matching suits, and Hulk had one. However, what if Bruce stayed outside the machine because he's operating the quantum realm? Because, okay, out of everybody there, you have Tony who's smart and Bruce who's smart. We already know Tony's going to go in, because Tony's going to do, because everybody said do whatever we have to fix this in the trailer. Thor said it, Cap said it, Iron Man said it. Iron Man's going to jump in the quantum realm and try to fix this thing, right? Someone's going to have to operate that machine to make sure everything stays legit. right? Just like Hank did. Nathaniel, thank you for that super chat, buddy. I'll get to you in 1 second, my friend. So they're gonna have to. Someone's gonna have to operate that like Hank did at the end of Ant-Man. So you only have two geniuses there, Tony and Bruce. Someone's going to have to stay out there. I think Bruce is going to stay out there because I don't remember seeing any pictures of Bruce in that Battle of New York when they go back in time travel. Scott is smart, but Scott's going to have to lead them through the quantum realm. So I think the reason why we didn't see Bruce is because he's probably operating the quantum realm machine that they go in, and that's what I think is going to happen. So, could they have CGI'd him out? Yes. But we also got to realize that someone has to stay out there in order to operate whatever they're operating to get into the quantum realm. Nathaniel? I suck at pronouncing names. Like, I suck at it, guys. Right. I know this isn't much, but keep up the good work. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you so very much. Every little bit helps. And lets me put more stuff back into the channel. Lets me buy more equipment, cameras, maybe eventually enough money to upgrade my computer and get more mics and stuff like that. So thank you so very much. Mr. Spook, dude, that's a racist name. I wish they showed Thanos. They don't have to. They don't have to because they showed him in trailer number 1. Caleb with the super chat. Yeah, they showed him in trailer number 1. They don't. We know Thanos is out there. We don't need that. At Robert Storms, why did Rhodey wearing his iron suit, but Tony wasn't when the character were going? Okay, great point. I got a perfect answer for you. One, don't forget Tony has that new suit. With that new technology, what the hell did he call it? Like nanotech or whatever he said, Infinity War. So the suit's basically always on him. It's like little shit, right? And it just kind of comes over him. And he did that when the Black Order arrived in Infinity War. He just kind of took his glasses off, and then the nanosuit kind of morphed over his body. Rhodey doesn't have that. Rhodey still has pretty much the original War Machine suit, which was then taken from Iron Man 2, then became Iron Patriot, then he wore it as War Machine again. And yes, it's been upgraded and stuff, but for the most part, it's still the War Machine suit. Also, let's not forget the difference between Rhodey and Tony is Rhodey can't walk. Because after he got blasted out of the sky in Civil War, he's paralyzed. He can't walk, so he needs some kind of machine contraption to walk. And let's not forget, Rhodey doesn't have no powers, and Tony, he got the nanosuit, so that's what I get from it. I get from that Tony has the nanosuit, Rhodey doesn't, plus Rhodey needs the suit in order to even walk anyway. So that's what I get from it, but thanks for the question. Thank you for the super chat, Caleb. I appreciate it. Let's see what else we got here, guys. Boom, 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 boom. Do I have any questions up here I missed from anybody? ADJ Players, right? What if Shuri is helping Bruce operate a machine? No, that's impossible. I already stated earlier that that's impossible just for the fact that someone said, is Shuri going to be Black Panther? There's no way. There's no way Shuri is going to be able to operate that machine because as far as we know, Shuri's been dusted too. Because in the very first teaser, when we find out everybody's been dusted, Bruce and Natasha and Steve are all around a bunch of monitors, and it shows everybody who's been dusted. Peter Parker, Scott Lang. Scott Lang was in the quantum realm, so they thought he got dusted. And Shuri was on one of those monitors. They would know if Shuri got dusted or not because they're still in Wakanda, or they were in Wakanda. So, yeah, Shuri's been dusted. There's no way she's going to be able to operate that machine. So that's going to leave Bruce. And Bruce is going to have to stay behind in order to operate that machine. So, Storm Anwar writes, what if in the end credit scene we get Galactus and Silver Surfer? That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm fucking hoping for. I'm hoping so much that in the end credit scene we get Galactus. Like, we don't have to see Galactus. I would be happy if we just see a planet and then we just see a shadow of Galactus go over that planet, or we go up into space and we just see a silver smudge just go across the galaxy. It was like, oh, that's Silver Surfer. Because at the time, it hasn't officially went through yet. Like Fox and Disney still haven't officially went through yet. By the time this movie comes out, it should be done. But they made this movie before that, so they can vaguely just show like a star go by real fast and it's silver. But we know it's Silver Surfer, but they technically can be like, yeah, it's not Silver Surfer, but it was Silver Surfer. So I think they could do something like that. Stephen Metal Slayer writes, do you think that the X-Men can show up in the post-credit scene? I'm going to say my answer is going to stick with what I just said about Galactus. I think if they do any end credit scene, it's going to be very Galactus heavy or Silver Surfer heavy, alluding to that. It would make more sense if it alludes to Galactus, because after Thanos, what's your next big bad? It's very possible, too, that one of our heroes dies, like Steve Rogers, for example, and we cut to an end credit scene, we see Steve Rogers on the ground, and he's a Skrull. That's possible, too. Caleb with another super chat. Thank you, my friend. What other new villains will we see? 2, will we see Red Skull in future movies? I think Red Skull is done. Not to say he might not come back, but we know we had a new actor play Red Skull in Infinity War that was not Hugo Weaving. I think Galactus is probably the new villain. Galactus, maybe Doctor Doom, but when you have Thanos, like, where do you go from Thanos, right? You're gonna have to go Galactus, right? You have to go Galactus. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to get Galactus in a post-credit scene of either this movie or whatever. And I'm convinced that they're going to lead into Secret Invasion. It's going to happen. Secret Invasion is going to happen. Whether it happens in Endgame, whether it happens in Captain Marvel 2, it's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. OG Millie Mills writes, oh, guys, if you have questions and I'm not reading your questions, that's because you're not using the @RobertStorms, and I think you're just leaving a comment. You guys have to write @RobertStorms so I can pick out the questions through all the clutter here. OG Millie Mills writes, how many times are you going to watch Endgame opening weekend? Unfortunately, once. Because I work on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So I always catch the Thursday release, which is opening night. And unless they're playing it, well, even if they're playing it 2 times, I can't, because I have to get a review out by the next morning. So I'm probably going to see it that night. If I can find like a 9 o'clock showing in the morning, I'll go see it at 9 o'clock in the morning. It will be 10, 11, 12, 1. I doubt I can even catch that because I can't even catch that. So probably only one that night. And then when that following Wednesday, Thursday, which I'm off, I'll probably be catching at least a couple more times. So, I mean, the only way I would be able to do that is if I call in, and I kind of can't do that. So, but the good news is, more subscribers I get, more super chat donations get, the more you guys support me and give me more subscribers, I can quit my job and do YouTube full time, and I can go see it a bajillion times. But unfortunately, that's just not in the cards for me right now. I think Captain Marvel 3 times right now. I'm really debating on whether or not going to see it again tonight. I really like that movie, and after seeing Endgame, I just want to go see fucking Captain Marvel even more. I watched the Endgame trailer this morning. I went out in the living room and watched Infinity War again. It was just fucking awesome. Whitney writes, oh, Derek Taylor with another super chat. The trolls are saying Captain Marvel, but the trolls are saying Captain Marvel, but is Biddy doubled in the trailer. What do you think? Can you rephrase that? I have no idea what you're trying to say, Derek. Derek, write another one for me so I can read it. Whitney writes, I appreciate you, brother. You get me through my workday. Hey, you guys get me through my workday. Seriously, like every chance I get, I try to go on my phone, see what you guys are writing in the comments. I try to reply to everybody. So you guys get me through my workday. So I appreciate you too. Caleb with a super chat. Do you believe the movie is 3 hours long? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Especially after seeing the trailer, and they said that everything in the trailer is coming from the first act. That looks like that could be about 45 minutes to an hour. So I believe that's going to happen, and then we're going to get, you know, the other 2 hours with them going into Quantum Realm. Infinity War was like, what, 2 hours and a half, 240, something like that. Yeah, it's going to be 3 hours. You know why? Because Disney knows they're going to make a fucking buttload of money. They're going to make a shitload of money, and people are going to go see it regardless how long it is. So, yeah, that's what I think. But, yeah, that's body double. Oh, body double is what he's trying to say. Do you think they're saying Captain Marvel is a body double in the trailer? What do you think? No. No, like in the Endgame trailer, no. That's her. Why do they think that? Booty is no. Get your money right. How many times have you seen Infinity War? I think in theaters I've seen it like 7 times, and I watch it at least once a month on Blu-ray. I think I watched it twice this week. It's like I'm the type of guy that that kind of watches like I'm a big Star Wars and MCU fan, right? Now, the closer we get to episode 9, I'll go back and start watching my Star Wars movies. The closer we get to, well, like for instance, after watching Captain Marvel, I went back and watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because they kind of connect, they're intergalactic. Then I watched Civil War, and then the Endgame trailer came out, and I went back and watched Infinity War. So whenever I see stuff that connects, I kind of want to go back and watch. So yeah. We'll got so many questions coming up. EJ Tan writes, do you think it can pass Titanic? Any movie can pass any movie. I know Titanic, and I know that Avatar have such high numbers, but if more people go out and support Endgame, it can pass it. It can pass it. It's possible. A lot of people are really looking for it. If any movie can do it, it's this movie. This movie has the opportunity. Can it? I don't think so. I don't think that's something we need to, like, oh, it either does it or it's a failure. No. I think it can, but I honestly, personally don't see it happening. Just my thoughts. Whoa, that's what, THO something alcohol. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name. Do you think Thor will hit that Marvel booty? I don't think they have time. Okay, let's see if Thor dies or not at the end. Let's just see. Darth Primus, what do you think Thor calls Stormbreaker too close to Carol in the Endgame trailer? What? Why do you think Thor calls Stormbreaker? I think he was testing her. I think maybe she came down and, she's kind of walking around like she's all badass and shit. And Thor's probably like, all right, let's see how badass you really are. Goes up to her. Thor likes to show off. We've seen in Avengers 2 where everybody's trying to pick up his hammer and he's just kind of fucking around going, Thor loves to show up. So he probably went up to her. And Apex, thank you for the super chat, my friend. And he probably wanted to test her and was like, oh yeah, well look at this. And then boom, he calls in Stormbreaker. She doesn't flinch. Then she looks at him, smiles, and he's like, you know what? I kind of like her. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. I'm like, God, I want to go see Captain Marvel again. Derek with another super chat. Apex writes, what if Thanos at the end said whatever it takes? What if Thanos at the end said whatever it takes? No, it was everybody. It was everybody who said it. I believe it was Thor said it, Cap said it, Iron Man said it, and they played it in all their voices. Yeah, so I don't think Thanos is gonna say that. I think Thanos is fucked. I hope they don't kill Thanos though. I hope they beat him. I hope they reverse everything, but I don't want Thanos to die. I want him to be like a guy that come back in like 5 years for Avengers. EJ with a super chat. I think he can come back in like a few years and be the big villain again. Like, I got him this time. Maybe he teams up with Galactus. Who knows, man? There's so many. I don't want them to kill him though. Derek Taylor, body double on Captain Marvel. Yeah, I don't think that was a body double. I don't think it's a body double because, she's been working out for a while, man. She's been working out for a while, so yeah, it is. Apex. Right, Thanos saying it because he will do whatever it takes to keep the snap. He will keep that fucking snap no matter what it takes. I don't think Thanos said it, but I don't even think Thanos is going to be too much even knowing what's going on. It's like Thanos, did the snap. I think he's going to be on his own planet, just kind of, doing things over there. And he's not even going to worry about, oh, I wonder what those humans on that Earth planet is doing. I'm pretty sure they got this quantum realm machine. It's like, how's he even going to know? He's way out on the planet now. So, out in the galaxy, how's he even going to know? So, Moldmere writes, I think that all the Avengers Endgame trailers were fake to trick everyone, a bit like Infinity War. You're going to say all those trailers are fake? You're saying that Disney's going to pay millions of dollars to shoot all footage that none of it is going to be in the movie? Nah. Apex with another super chat donation. No, I don't see that. There's no way they're going to waste all that money. You have to pay all those actors to do it. Then you got to do all the special effects. No way. Is there stuff that's probably misled in there? Yeah, like CGI out? Yeah. But there's no way in hell that all those trailers are fake. Apex writes, Captain Marvel looks better here than in her own movie. Hashtag Russos. Dude, I don't know what to hate. Why everybody hates Captain Marvel for, man. I love that movie. I seen it once. I was like, I don't know. Then I was like, I'm gonna go see it again, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And I watched it again. I was like, oh, it's pretty good. And I go toward more of the female heroes. Like you guys see behind me, I got my Supergirl. I got Captain Marvel up here. I got Red Sonja down here. I got Vampirella, Wonder Woman, Mira. Female Thor, Invisible Woman. I got Catwoman. Like I love my female heroes. So maybe that appeals to me more than other people. But I really enjoyed Captain Marvel, and she looks fucking badass in this trailer. Like she gives no fucks. Thor's like, bah. She's like, yeah. So, like, what? You want me to go binary on your ass, son? Yeah. So, Christopher Rice, do you think either Iron Man or Captain America is going to die? Yeah, I answered this a little earlier in the stream. I definitely think one of them are going to die, but it is possible that both are going to die. I think Iron Man can live on spirit. I want Iron Man to go out in space, be out in space, so he has the opportunity to come back if he wants. Or maybe even have Captain America lost in the quantum realm or something. They could do something where they're gone, but they're not necessarily dead. But they sacrifice themselves. But there's a possibility, like they can go in the fucking negative zone or for something. I don't know. But we'll have to see. Whitney Rice, do you think it's going to be Nebula that kills Thanos? No. I'm hoping Thanos doesn't die. I hope they keep him around. But it'll be poetic if it's Nebula, because everything that, like, she was tortured by Thanos. Like, Thanos, like, ripped her apart. Like, tore pieces of her body. Like, tore her arm out. Tore her heart out. Like, tore pieces of her body and replaced it with a machine. Like, he tortured her. Tortured this young little girl and made her a machine. You know? So, if anybody has something against Thanos, it's Nebula. And in the comics, in Infinity Gauntlet, she wielded the Infinity Gauntlet and used it on Thanos. So, yes, it would be poetic, but do I think it's going to happen? I don't think it's going to happen. I really think either Captain Marvel or Thor is going to finish Thanos, if Thanos gets finished, but it's going to take the entire team's help to do it. So, we'll see what happens. For all we know, Nebula could die. She could die. You know, we see her relationship with Gamora and how that evolved, and she finally starts to love Gamora. Maybe she sacrifices herself and takes her place in the soul world, you know? So, in the soul realm or whatever. It's possible. What we got here? Do you think it's going to be, no, I read that. ADJ Plays Rice. Who do you think Rocket and War Machine was looking at in the trailer? I have no idea. I would guess some kind of cannon fodder, like sort of like the Chitauri or, you know, those type of things. You know, I don't think it's like a main villain. It's probably like little, you know how in every Avengers movie, even in Justice League, they had the parademons. You know, probably like some cannon fodder that they're all just fighting. Who knows? Oh, Troll Hunter with the $5 super chat, son. I called it. Putting Captain Marvel in the trailer was genius. Do you think it will work to drive the holdouts to the theaters? Yes, I do, because the movie already made an ass amount of money. right? Like, man, fucking shitload of money. What is that? Over 500 million now, right now. It's not even the second weekend yet. This is still his first official week release. Tomorrow will start its second week. And it already has over $500 million. I think people who are on the fence that might not know who Captain Marvel is or seen trailers and like, I'm not going to go see it. And they see the Endgame trailer like, well, if Thor approves to her, I got to take my happy ass to Regal Cinema so I can go see Captain Marvel. So I think they did that on purpose. I do. I think they did it on purpose. And I think it's going to drive more seats, yeah. Maybe not a huge amount, but I think it's going to get more people intrigued. I've seen the movie 3 times, and after I've seen that trailer, I'm like, fuck, I want to go see it again. So, yeah, I definitely think it's going to have that effect on people. GDS4813, can I just call you Ralph? Right. Is Adam Warlock making a cameo? No, because when James Gunn was still attached to Guardians, he said outright that if he makes an appearance, it won't be until Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And he's not going to have an appearance that you think. So it'll be more like a cameo appearance toward the end. And now with James Gunn gone, there's no way they can wrap up the Infinity War storyline. Take care of all the characters that got dusted. Take care of all the characters and resolve their storylines that didn't get dusted. Make everything reverse and introduce a new character like Adam Warlock at the same time. There's a reason why Marvel and Kevin Feige was smart enough to say, we're releasing Captain Marvel before Endgame, because that way they can introduce Captain Marvel in Endgame so they don't have to explain who she is or in our own movie before Endgame. That way she don't have to explain who she is in Endgame. So it was just brilliant marketing. If they were going to introduce Adam Warlock in Endgame, they would have introduced him more in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, E-Hero Andrew with a super chat. Right. Didn't see Captain Marvel in the Quantum Realm walk. No, we didn't. But she's either there. I don't know. I think she's there. She could have been. Well, I am still convinced that she's in those other 2 trailers, but they CGI'd her out. Like, I'm convinced if you go back and watch the teaser and trailer 1, that she is in that trailer somewhere. Like, when they're all out in the field and they're looking up into space, there's like this big gap in a hole. And they did this with Civil War, where Spider-Man was there, but they kept CGI and Spider-Man out of the trailers until the final trailer, then they put Spider-Man in. I believe Captain Marvel was in those trailers, but they digitally removed her, so it didn't spoil anything. So she could be in that walk somewhere. We just didn't see her. Maybe they CGI'd her out for that purpose, but yeah, who knows? But thank you, E-Hero Andrew, for that super chat. What else we got here? How good is your local cinema? That doesn't sound like Endgame. A lot of discussion talk there. But, yeah, my local cinema, not so good. I have to travel like an hour to get to a really good one. ADJ Players Rights. Will we see Rogers wield a certain hammer? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Theos, Macro Alcohol Guy. Do you think World Breaker Hulk will rip Thanos to shred? They're not even going to introduce World Breaker. Is that a rumor? Are they going to introduce World Breaker Hulk? I remember hearing last year that a lot of people said that was a possibility. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Storm and War writes, maybe in the movie Thanos dies, but the end credit scene he gets resurrected by the Mistress of Death or Hela. The problem with that is, and I would love them to add Mistress Death in the movie. They're just not going to. It would be like, it's weird in the comics. It's weird in the comics. You see this lady figure that's a skeleton, and Thanos is so horny over this chick that he wants to wipe out like the entire population of half the galaxy just to impress Lady Death or Mistress Death. So it's weird in the comics. How do you explain that to people that don't even read comics? And Hela, as far as we know, is dead. So how's Hela gonna be able? Can Hela even resurrect? I don't know if Hela can even resurrect. I would like to if they would just let Thanos live. So that's just my thoughts on it. What we got here? Darth. I think my shirt might have came in. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna run real quick to the door. I think I just got a delivery. Hold up 1 second, guys. Don't go nowhere. I'll be back. Start leaving questions. Oh, my Captain Marvel shirt just came in. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I gotta put that on at some point. But maybe I should go put it on. What do you guys want me to put it on? Huh? Hold on. I'll go put it on right now. Okay. Woo. There. A little better. Representing Captain Marvel now. Terry Dodson art. I love Terry Dodson. One of my favorite comic book artists. Okay, so how does Thor have his eye back? Did you not really see Infinity War at all? So GDS writes, sorry for the long tagline, but I believe there will be created because they're fixing the snap. There will be created because they're fixing the snap. I don't know what you're talking about in that one. Sorry. Get your money. Right. Well, Doctor Strange's sight into the outcome play a part. You're talking about when he saw all the different things and then he gave him like the Infinity Stones, like, well, this is the only way, this is the end game. I think Doctor Strange's seen everything that's gonna happen. I really do. I think he's seen everything that's gonna happen, and that was part of his vision. No, this is not a giveaway. I try to do giveaways every 1,000 subscribers. I'm like 1,900 subscribers or 19,000 subscribers. I'll do a giveaway. I posted a video on it. I didn't go up 2 subscribers, so I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing a giveaway. So, yeah, I don't mind doing giveaways, but I have to get subscribers in order to get giveaways, so I can afford to do the giveaways. If I don't have the income coming in, I can't afford to do giveaways. I was gonna do an Aquaman Blu-ray giveaway for 19,000 subscribers. You can go back and watch the video where I even said that, and nobody subscribed. So So Caleb with another super chat. Is there one character you wish that never got vanished? Who would it be? Black Panther. Black Panther. I think Black Panther. I didn't want to get vanished, and Doctor Strange, I understand why. Peter, I understand why. I never understood why Rhodey didn't get vanished, right? Because all the sidekicks got vanished, like Bucky, Sam, all got dusted, but Rhodey's still around. Why? Why is Rhodey still around? I don't get that. So if I had to say one that I wish didn't get vanished, I would have to say T'Challa. I think it would have been better because T'Challa, man, when he's on screen, man, he is a presence. He is a presence, and I think it would have been better if he would have stuck around. Maybe Nick Fury, but no, not Nick Fury either. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with T'Challa. Makes more sense. Well, they got rid of Falcon because, well, Falcon, what could he really do? Really, Bucky, what could he really do? T'Challa is the leader. I guess maybe that's why they got rid of him, is because, like, well, we got a leader in Cap, so we don't really need T'Challa. And plus, this is going to be Cap's final movie, so let's kind of make, Cap front and center. So maybe that was their route of thinking. So, Richie Crosby writes, who do you think would win, Superman or Captain Marvel? We're not talking versus here. One, I absolutely despise versus questions. I don't know why people are so hopped up on them. Like, who do you think's gonna win, Goku or Superman? They're not even the same material. One's a manga anime, the other one's a comic book. No. This is a Endgame discussion, so I'm keeping everything Endgame related. I do not do versus at all. There's channels that do it, and they do it well, and there's people that like it. They go to those channels. More power to you. That's just not something I cover on my channel. OG Million Mills right. Is it safe to say that Pepper rescues Tony and Nebula sends Captain Marvel? You know, I totally forgot that theory, man. Totally forgot that theory that she had the rescue suit on in one of the leaked footage pictures that she could have probably went up and saved. But how would Pepper even know how to do that? One, how would Pepper even find Tony? And Pepper's not a genius. She's a smart business lady, but she's not a tech genius like Tony. How the hell is she going to be able to figure that out? How? I don't understand. So I think that would be a huge shock if that actually happened. What else we got here? Darth Primus writes, would it be better if Groot survived the snap and Rocket team up with the Avengers? Yeah, but we do get Rocket, and to be honest, I didn't really like Baby Groot or Teenage Groot. I'm more of the OG Groot fan, so by them dusting Groot, that at least gives Rocket some motivation to want to fix things. So I think they did that right. So I'm going to start wrapping it up here, guys. If you have any final questions, be sure to start sending your questions in right now. I'm going to take a handful more, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Steve Meadowslayer writes, do you think that Pepper is pregnant theory? Possibly, especially since what they kind of hinted around at the beginning of Infinity War. Whitney writes, do you think Professor Hulk will make an appearance? If so, do you think Shuri helps him do that? Again, I think Shuri's gone. I don't know what's going on with Professor Hulk. I'm not even familiar with that source material. One Piece writes, do you think the explosion with Ronin / Hawkeye in the trailer is foreshadowing his death like in the comics? No, I don't think so. I do think he's going to die. They let's be honest, man. They wasted Hawkeye. They wasted Jeremy Renner. I do think he's gonna die. So yeah, maybe it's foreshadowing, possibly, but I don't think that's it. I think it's gonna be something where it gets reversed, and the people that didn't get dusted gets dusted, and I don't know, something like that. That's what I think. Richie writes, do you think Cap dies? If so, you want to see him say Avengers Assemble? I'm not one of those guys go, Avengers Assemble. Oh yeah, he said it. Woo! Yeah, I don't care. A matter of fact, like in the comic books, it drives me nuts. Like, Avengers Assemble, turn page. Avengers Assemble, turn the page. Avengers, Dr. Doom's up there. Assemble. It's like, stop assembling. Just go. The time you're wasting saying assemble, you can just go kick somebody's ass. So, anyway, so I'm going to take two more questions, so go ahead and throw those in here, and we're going to call it a day, people. I want to thank each and every one for coming out and supporting my live stream again. Thank you guys all for the super chat donation. Very much appreciate it. LP writes, do you think there will be a second villain besides Thanos? Very possible. They do that in almost all the Marvel movies. You think there's going to be a villain, then there's like this little side twerp that ends up being like the mastermind of everything. Very possible that there could be another villain. And then the last question goes to Storm Anwar, who writes, do you think Thanos will ditch the Infinity Gauntlet and find the heart of the... What? Ditch the Infinity Gauntlet and find the heart of the universe? I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. I think the Infinity Gauntlet is pretty fucked up. Whether or not it still has power to do anything, who knows? But I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna find the heart of the universe. I don't know what that means. Or unless you mean like, do you think he's gonna find compassion and something like that? I don't know. Maybe, possibly. Well, guys, that's all I have. Thank you guys so very much for coming and checking out the live discussion of the Avengers Endgame trailer number 2. Live discussion. I appreciate everybody for coming out. I thank each and every one of you, especially those of you that use Super Chat, donate. Appreciate all donations. Thank you so very much, and catch you in tomorrow's video. I still don't have a topic yet, but I will have one in tomorrow's video. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.